Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'd be doing a film review and the movie of the name is Moxie. Okay, so the name of the movie Moxie itself literally means a courageous, confident girl with determination and full of gut and attitude, and it has various other movies, you guys. So the Moxie movie is basically a teen drama, okay, where the director of the film Amy Poehler is trying to convey or is trying to bring out a lot of messages, and this film is all about feminism and girl power. All right guys, so let's look into some of the lead characters in the film. All right, so the director of the film Amy Poehler would herself be enacting as the mother of a teen Vivian, and her name would be Lisa. And here you see Vivian, who is a 16-year-old teen and who has a best friend named Claudia. So this is Claudia, and you'd be able to see another actor, Lucy Fernandez, who'd be new to the Rockport College, and this would be Michelle Wilson, who is the college football captain, and this would be Seth, who would basically become Vivian's boyfriend. All right. Next, we have Kara, and this is Amaya. Okay, and we have Emma. We have principal of the Rockport College, Shelley. We have professor of the college, Davis, and another actor, Josie. Okay, so there would be the scenario at the school where Professor Davis would have given a summer reading for the whole class on the novel The Great Gatsby. On being asked to the class about how the women are portrayed, and the question is posed to Lucy Hernandez, she gives an intense reply saying that first off, why are we even reading this book? Because all that it is all about is about some rich white guy talking about some rich white guy, and if we are supposed to feel sorry for him because he's obsessed about having the one girl that he cannot have. And for this, Michelle Wilson, argues with her that, basically the novel The Great Gatsby is a classic, and, it's really good. And so Michelle repeatedly keeps annoying Lucy. Like, there would be one incident where she gets to the canteen to grab a soda, and he grabs the soda, spits in it, and gives it back to her. And, he continuously and repeatedly keeps annoying her, for which she goes to the principal office to report to Shelley, who's the principal. For which it kind of turns out to be useless because she does not take any action or do anything about it. So Vivian basically watches all this, and she is annoyed and irritated too. So when she gets back home, she asks her mom that, Mom, you always ask me to keep my head up high and walk, right? So is this because you're inspired by the song The Rebel Girl by Bikini Kill? And mom would be like, yeah, that back though, in her past was like a revolution and all that. So listening to this, she starts listening to the same song, The Rebel Girl, and she kind of finds her mom's trunk, a small suitcase which basically has all her past college teen stuff. So when she opens the suitcase, she kind of finds this magazine, okay, which says Moxie. Okay, it's a magazine which I probably think her group and she had done back in her past in college to to exercise their rights. Okay, so there would be this other scenario where Principal Shelley walks into the class and points out a girl. Okay, since she'd be wearing a tank top exposing, her body, and she'd be like, you're not supposed to wear such kind of dresses as a part of the college dress code, and you'd have to cover yourself up, for which the girl rebels. Since Principal Shelley pointed out that she'd have to cover herself up, and when she started rebelling, and asked her to cover herself, for which Emma, she says that she does not have anything to cover herself with. So Principal Shelley basically calls her to office, saying that she'd provide a coat or a jacket to cover herself, and actually sends her back home since she was not properly dressed. When her friends got to know this, again Vivian getting annoyed, she again creates another zine, okay, a pamphlet, and keeps it in the washroom and distributes. And all the other girls, in support to Moxie, they wear a tank top for a whole complete day at the school. The next scenario would be like there would be a gathering, okay, in their auditorium with regards to announcing the nominee for the football captain, it would be obviously the first nominee would be Michelle Wilson. Okay, and look, listening to this, Lucy immediately nominates Kiera as, you know, a female vice football captain, and Principal Shelley denies, saying that, we need at least five, votes to actually consider someone as a nominee, for which all her friends stand, and somehow they nominate Kiera to be one of the nominee for the football vice captain. While this announcement and scenes took place at the auditorium, everyone starts getting messages. Okay, so basically there is this thing where they give or title the girls with some or the other related things. Like, for example, Emma was given the title the most bangable, and the other girls maybe the most prettiest, the most silent one, the most killer look, titles such as these. So once Lucy has been given such title, she immediately takes this as a concern to her principal Shelley again, for which the principal seems to be useless. She says that it is social media, and the school is not supposed to get involved into that, and she practically does nothing. Yes, and also there would be this small romance that would go on between Seth and Vivian. Okay, so they become this boyfriend girlfriend thing, and they hook up and all that. Finally, there would be this day where they had to announce among the nominees who actually is elected as a sports captain, and obviously Michelle Wilson would have been elected as a sports captain. So Kiara kind of feels bad, and Vivian kind of loses hope over Moxie. Like, the Moxie, the revolution, or the revolution actually did mean nothing, and actually couldn't really change anything, and she kind of loses hopes. And this is one more thing, although Vivian had started Moxie, she didn't want everybody to know that she was the one who started Moxie. So basically Claudia takes the ownership of Moxie, all right? And when Kiera didn't make it as a sports vice captain, Principal Shelley would suspend Claudia because she had taken the ownership of Moxie. Okay, so once Vivian hears about it, she rushes to Claudia's house and confronts, like, Claudia, why didn't you say it was me? And Claudia was like, because you're a coward. She points out that she's a coward, and she says her backstory, that she is basically an immigrant from China, and her mom had to work very hard as a single mother to get her to where she is, and she cannot afford to get suspended. So listening to this, Vivian kind of feels really guilty, and next day at school, she kind of finds a letter at the windowsill of the girls' washroom, which says, I was raped, and I kind of feel safe to say it to Moxie, because this is the group where actual actions are taken. Gathers a crowd and stands up and says that she was the one who started Moxie, and it was not Claudia, and she had to get suspended and not her, for which all the other students also support that I was involved in this and I had to get suspended and all that. So basically that's it, guys. This is all about the story, kind of having mixed feelings, but it's basically completely teen drama, I could say. Alright, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share in case you like the review. Signing off. Take care, guys. Bye bye.